In the England of the King George, during the 18th and early 19th centuries, when the post roads wound their way across the countryside and elegant coaching inns welcomed weary travellers, we find a world of warmth and quiet tales waiting to be told. As you settle into this gentle journey, consider liking and subscribing, and share in the comments your thoughts on how travel has changed through the centuries. Part 1. Arrival of the stagecoach. The evening air hangs heavy with the scent of rain as a stagecoach approaches the coaching inn. The rhythmic clatter of hooves on cobblestones becomes a steady percussion, resonating through the misty twilight. Lanterns, gently swaying in the breeze, cast flickering pools of golden light across the courtyard, their glow dancing on the wet stones. The coach, a grand silhouette against the darkening sky, slows to a halt, its wheels splashing through shallow puddles, sending ripples outward like whispers of its journey. As the horses snort and paw the ground, their breath mingling with the cool, damp air, the coachman hops down, his boots landing with a soft thud. Passengers begin to disembark, stepping carefully onto the cobblestones, clutching cloaks tightly against the chill. The inn's staff, accustomed to the rhythm of arrivals, move with practiced ease. Stable boys lead the weary horses away, their hooves echoing softly as they disappear into the stables, where fresh hay and water await. Luggage is unloaded with quiet efficiency, each trunk and bag handled with care, ensuring that nothing is left behind in the dark recesses of the coach. The innkeeper, with a warm smile, greets the travellers, his voice a soothing balm against the evening's chill. Inside, the coaching inn is a haven of warmth and light. The air is filled with the comforting aroma of roasting meat and fresh-baked bread, mingling with the earthy scent of burning wood. The flicker of the hearth casts a welcoming glow, drawing the weary travellers toward its embrace. In the tap room, the hum of conversation rises and falls like the gentle lapping of waves, creating a tapestry of voices that speak of distant towns and familiar tales. Candles flicker on polished tables, their light reflecting off the oak-panelled walls, creating an atmosphere of coziness and camaraderie. As the evening unfolds, the inn becomes a microcosm of the world outside. Merchants discuss the price of goods and the prospects of the market, their voices animated yet calm. Couriers exchange stories of the road, their words carrying the weight of messages delivered and yet to be delivered. Gentry, in their fine garments, engage in quiet conversation, their laughter a gentle murmur that blends seamlessly into the ambient sounds of the inn. Each traveller, though from different walks of life, finds common ground in the shared experience of the journey. The rain continues to patter softly against the windows, a soothing backdrop to the scene within. Outside, the courtyard is now empty, the earlier bustle having faded into a tranquil stillness. The stagecoach, having completed its role, stands quietly beneath the creaking sign of the inn, a sentinel in the night. The lanterns, their light unwavering, keep vigil over the courtyard, their glow a beacon for any latecomers seeking shelter from the storm. Inside, the warmth of the fire and the gentle hum of conversation create a cocoon of comfort, a respite from the world beyond. As the night deepens, the inn settles into a peaceful rhythm. The travellers, now warmed and fed, begin to retire to their rooms, the creak of floorboards and the soft closing of doors marking their departure from the lively tap room. Upstairs, the rooms are simple yet inviting. each one a sanctuary of rest and tranquility. The beds, dressed in clean linens, promise a night of peaceful slumber, while the gentle sound of rain on the roof provides a lullaby for the weary. In the quiet of the night, the coaching inn becomes a place of dreams, where the stories of the road and the warmth of the hearth blend into a soothing tapestry of comfort and rest. The evening's journey continues to weave its subtle magic within the confines of the coaching inn. In the tap room, the fire crackles softly, its gentle warmth enveloping the room. The flicker of flames casts dancing shadows across the oak-paneled walls, creating a comforting ambiance that invites weary travelers to linger. A group of merchants sits near the hearth, their voices rising and falling like a gentle tide as they discuss the day's business and the prospects of tomorrow. Nearby, a courier shares tales of distant towns and the adventures encountered along the way, his stories punctuated by the occasional nod of understanding from fellow listeners. The atmosphere is one of camaraderie and shared experience, each voice adding to the tapestry of the evening. Outside, the rain continues its gentle dance upon the cobblestones, a rhythmic accompaniment to the quiet hustle within. The courtyard, now bathed in the soft glow of lanterns, stands empty, save for the silent silhouette of the stagecoach. Its presence is a reminder of the day's travels, a sentinel that has borne witness to countless journeys and stories. The stable boys, having tended to the horses, now retreat to the warmth of the inn, their duties done for the night. The gentle patter of rain against the windows serves as a soothing counterpoint to the lively hum within, a reminder of the world beyond these walls. As the evening wears on, the taproom becomes a haven of gentle conversation and shared laughter. A group of gentry, resplendent in their fine attire, engage in quiet discourse, their laughter a soft melody that blends seamlessly with the ambient sounds of the inn. In a corner, a traveller writes in a leather-bound journal, capturing the essence of the day's journey in careful script. The room is filled with the soft clinking of glasses and the murmur of voices, each sound a thread in the rich tapestry of life unfolding within these walls. The warmth of the fire, the glow of lanterns, and the gentle hum of conversation create a cocoon of comfort, a sanctuary from the chill of the night outside. Upstairs, the rooms await their weary occupants, each one a refuge of peace and tranquility. The simple, yet inviting chambers are dressed in clean linens, their beds promising a night of restful slumber. The gentle creak of floorboards and the soft closing of doors mark the traveller's retreat to these havens of rest. As the rain continues to fall softly on the roof, it provides a soothing lullaby for those seeking solace in the quiet of the night. The coaching inn, with its warmth and hospitality, becomes a place where dreams are woven, and the stories of the road find a moment of pause. In the stillness of the night, the inn settles into a peaceful rhythm, its heart beating in time with the gentle patter of rain. The tap room, now quieter, holds the lingering warmth of the evening's conversations and laughter. The stagecoach stands silent in the courtyard, its role for the day fulfilled. Lanterns flicker softly, their glow a comforting presence in the dark. Within the inn, the blend of warmth, camaraderie, and gentle night sounds creates a sanctuary of rest, a place where the weary can find peace and renewal before the journey resumes with the dawn. Part 2. welcome and warmth. The stagecoach rolls to a stop beneath the sheltering eaves of the coaching inn, its passengers stepping out into the gentle patter of rain. The welcoming glow of candlelight spills from the windows, illuminating the cobblestones with a warm, inviting sheen. Inside, the inn is a haven of comfort, where the damp chill of the evening is banished by the crackling fire that dances merrily in the hearth. The air is filled with the rich aroma of roasting meats and freshly baked bread, a promise of the hearty supper awaiting travelers weary from their journey. Soft murmurs of conversation blend with the occasional clink of tankards, creating a symphony of gentle sounds that envelops all who enter. In the corner of the main room, a long wooden table is laden with fare that speaks of abundance and care. Steaming bowls of stew, thick with vegetables and tender cuts of beef, are accompanied by crusty loaves of bread, their golden crusts still warm from the oven. A platter of roasted fowl, its skin crisp and glistening, sits beside a dish of buttered greens. The inn's cook, a figure bustling with purpose, moves with practiced ease, ensuring that no plate remains empty for long. As travelers settle into their seats, the innkeeper, with a genial nod and a welcoming smile, pours ale into sturdy mugs, the amber liquid frothing gently at the brim. The walls of the inn, panelled in dark oak and adorned with modest tapestries, lend an air of rustic elegance to the surroundings. The flickering lanterns cast a soft amber glow, their light dancing across the beams overhead and casting playful shadows on the walls. In this space, time seems to slow, the outside world reduced to a distant memory. Here, in the comfort of the inn, stories are shared with ease, as familiar faces and newcomers alike gather around the fire. Tales of distant lands, of fortunes made and lost, weave through the evening, carried on the gentle lilt of voices softened by the warmth of the room. The inn's guests reflect the diversity of those who traverse England's roads. A merchant from London, his coat dusted with the remnants of travel, recounts tales of bustling markets and exotic wares. Nearby, a courier, his leather satchel worn from years of service, shares stories of his latest adventures, his eyes bright with the thrill of the road. At another table, a young couple, newly wed and full of dreams, speak in hushed tones, their fingers intertwined as they plan their future. Each story is a thread in the rich tapestry of life that unfurls within these walls, a testament to the inn's role as a gathering place for souls from all walks of life. As the evening unfolds, the fire's glow seems to grow warmer, drawing more travelers to its embrace. The innkeeper moves from table to table, ensuring that each guest is well cared for, his presence a comforting constant in the room. The cook, having seen to the needs of the diners, steps into the main room, her apron dusted with flour, to share a quiet word with the innkeeper and exchange a knowing smile with a familiar patron. This is a place where community thrives, where the bonds of friendship are forged over shared meals and quiet moments by the fire. As the night deepens, the inn begins to settle into a gentle hush, the conversation softening to whispers. The travelers, their hunger sated and spirits lifted, retire one by one to their rooms upstairs. The rooms, simple yet comfortable, offer the promise of rest beneath thick quilts and soft pillows. The sound of rain pattering against the windows becomes a soothing lullaby, the perfect accompaniment to the drowsy warmth that fills the inn. Here, in the quiet of the night, the coaching inn stands as a beacon of hospitality, its doors open to all who seek refuge from the weary road. The inn's atmosphere, steeped in a timeless charm, continues to embrace its guests as the evening progresses. The gentle clatter of cutlery and the soft murmur of voices blend seamlessly with the crackle of the hearth. The warmth of the fire casts a golden hue over the room, its light flickering softly against the polished oak panels and illuminating the intricate patterns of the tapestries. This is a place where worries are left at the door, replaced by the simple pleasures of good company and hearty fare. The innkeeper, with a practiced eye, ensures that every guest is comfortable, offering a reassuring presence that adds to the sense of belonging. In a quiet corner, an old storyteller begins to spin tales of yore, his voice a soothing melody that captivates those gathered around him. His stories, woven with threads of history and myth, transport listeners to distant lands and times long past. The flickering lanterns cast shadows that dance in rhythm with his words, creating an atmosphere of gentle enchantment. Guests lean in closer, their faces softened by the firelight, as they lose themselves in the storyteller's rich tapestry of legends. This sharing of tales becomes a communal ritual, a way to connect through shared imagination and wonder. As the evening wears on, the inn's kitchen remains a hive of quiet activity. The cook, with her sleeves rolled up and a satisfied smile, prepares the final course, a selection of sweet pastries and spiced custards. The aroma of cinnamon and nutmeg wafts through the air, enticing even the fullest of bellies to indulge just a little more. These desserts, crafted with care and tradition, are a fitting end to the evening's feast, a sweet note that lingers in the memory long after the meal is done. Outside, the rain continues its gentle descent, a rhythmic accompaniment to the cozy scene within. The steady drumming on the roof becomes a comforting presence, a reminder of the world beyond these walls, a world that seems to fade into the background amid the inn's welcoming warmth. The travelers, now settled into the rhythm of the inn, exchange stories and laughter, their voices a soothing murmur that fills the room like a gentle lullaby. As the night deepens, the inn slowly transitions to a more tranquil state. The fire burns lower, its embers glowing softly in the hearth, casting a gentle warmth that invites drowsiness. Guests, their spirits lifted and their bodies weary, begin to retire to their rooms. Each chamber, though simple, offers a sanctuary of comfort. Thick quilts draped over sturdy beds and windows that frame the rain-drenched landscape outside. The inn, now a quiet refuge from the world, stands as a testament to the enduring tradition of hospitality. Within its walls, the stories shared, the meals enjoyed, and the friendships forged become a part of its very fabric. As the final candle flickers and the last guest retires, the coaching inn settles into a peaceful slumber, ready to welcome new travelers with the dawn of a new day. Here, amid the gentle hush of the night, dreams are woven with the same care and warmth that define this timeless haven. Part 3. Life in the Tap Room. The tap room of the coaching inn is alive with a gentle, comforting bustle. The air is thick with the aroma of roasted meats and freshly baked bread, mingling with the warm, earthy scent of ale. Beneath the low wooden beams, travelers gather around sturdy oak tables, their faces softly illuminated by the glow of flickering lanterns. The hum of conversation rises and falls like a tide, as tales of the road are exchanged over clinking mugs. Merchants discuss the latest market prices, while couriers recount their swift journeys across the countryside. In this cozy haven, the outside world seems to pause, allowing stories to weave a tapestry of connection among the weary travelers. In one corner, a group of gentlemen dressed in fine woolen coats engage in animated discussion. They lean in closely, their voices a low murmur punctuated by occasional laughter. These are men of business, their talk peppered with the language of commerce and trade. The fire crackles gently in the hearth behind them, casting a warm glow that dances across their features. Their eyes gleam with the thrill of opportunity, each man hopeful for prosperous ventures in distant towns. As they sip their ale, the burdens of travel seem to lift, replaced by camaraderie and shared ambition. Nearby, a pair of women clad in practical traveling cloaks sit by the window, their gazes occasionally drifting to the rain-soaked road outside. They speak of family and home, their voices soft yet filled with a quiet strength. One woman recounts her journey from a bustling port town, her words painting vivid images of ships and salt air. Her companion listens intently, nodding in understanding, her own tale of rural life in a quiet village waiting to be shared. The gentle patter of rain against the window pane provides a soothing backdrop to their conversation, a reminder of the world beyond the comforting walls of the inn. At the center of the room, a young bard entertains with a lute, his fingers dancing deftly over the strings. His music is a blend of lively tunes and haunting ballads, each note resonating in the warm air. Travelers pause in their conversations to listen, captivated by the melody that speaks of distant lands and forgotten heroes. The bard's voice rises and falls, weaving stories into song, his audience momentarily transported from the confines of the tap room to the wider world beyond. As he concludes his performance, applause ripples through the room, a testament to the timeless power of music to unite and inspire. Across the tap room, an elderly man with a long white beard sits alone, nursing a pint of ale. His eyes are keen and watchful, taking in the scene with quiet contemplation. He has traveled these roads for decades, a living repository of tales and wisdom. Occasionally, a traveler will approach, seeking advice or simply to hear one of his many stories. The old man obliges, his voice steady and rich with experience, recounting adventures from a lifetime of wandering. His presence adds a layer of depth to the evening, a reminder of the enduring spirit of those who have journeyed before. As the night deepens, the taproom begins to quiet, the conversation softening to a gentle murmur. The fire in the hearth burns low, casting long shadows across the wooden floor. Travelers, their tales told and their bellies full, begin to make their way to the comfort of their rooms upstairs. The lanterns flicker softly, their light a warm embrace against the cool night air. Outside, the rain continues its steady patter, a lullaby for those seeking rest. Within the walls of the coaching inn, the rhythm of life slows, wrapping its guests in a cocoon of warmth and peace. In the dimly lit tap room, the atmosphere hums with a quiet energy as the evening unfolds. The scent of pipe tobacco mingles with the aromas of the hearty fare, creating a rich tapestry of fragrances. A group of young travelers, faces fresh with the enthusiasm of youth, gather around a table, their voices animated with tales of adventure. They speak of London's bustling streets, the grandeur of the countryside, and the ever-changing tapestry of life along the road. Their laughter rings out, a bright note in the cozy room as they share dreams and aspirations over mugs of ale. The camaraderie among them is palpable, a testament to the bonds forged through shared journeys. In another corner, a scholarly figure sits absorbed in a leather-bound book, the pages illuminated by the soft glow of a nearby candle. His spectacles rest low on his nose as he occasionally pauses to make a note in the margins. The world around him seems to fade as he delves deeper into the text, lost in the pursuit of knowledge. Occasionally he glances up, observing the lively scene with a gentle smile, appreciating the simple pleasures of the evening. The inn, a crossroads of stories and experiences, offers him a moment of reflection amid the backdrop of animated conversation. His presence adds a quiet depth to the tap room, a reminder of the timeless quest for understanding. Near the hearth, a small group of locals has gathered, their voices a familiar thread in the evening's tapestry. They speak of the day's happenings, of weather and crops, and the rhythm of village life. Their conversations flow with an ease born of long acquaintance, each story punctuated by nods and knowing smiles. The crackling fire casts a warm glow over their gathering, the flickering light dancing in their eyes. As they talk, the sense of community is strong, binding them together in the shared experiences of daily life. It is a scene of simple contentment, the kind that comes from connection and continuity. A young couple sits close by, their hands entwined on the table between them. They speak in hushed tones, their faces illuminated by the soft light of a nearby lantern. The world outside the inn seems distant as they share whispered dreams and plans for the future. Their presence brings a touch of romance to the tap room, a tender counterpoint to the robust energy of the room. In their quiet corner, they find solace and hope, wrapped in the warmth of the inn and each other's company. Their gentle laughter blends with the murmur of voices, a sweet note in the symphony of the evening. As the night wears on, the taproom settles into a tranquil rhythm. The clinking of mugs and the rustle of movement gradually give way to a soft, enveloping silence. The fire in the hearth crackles quietly, its warmth a comforting embrace in the cool night air. Travelers, their hearts and minds enriched by the evening's exchanges, begin to retire to their rooms, seeking rest and renewal. The lanterns cast a soft glow, their light a gentle guide through the dim corridors of the inn. Outside, the rain continues its rhythmic dance, a soothing melody that lulls the weary to sleep. In this peaceful haven, the coaching inn stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of travel and connection. Its walls have borne witness to countless stories, each a thread in the rich tapestry of life. As the night deepens and the taproom quiets, the inn wraps its guests in a cocoon of warmth and belonging. Here, beneath the wooden beams and flickering lanterns, the rhythm of life unfolds, a gentle journey toward the promise of a new day. Part 4. The Stable and the Staff. The stable, a hub of quiet diligence, bustles with activity as the stagecoach arrives. Beneath a soft glow of lanterns, stable hands move with practiced efficiency. The scent of damp hay and leather mingles with the crisp evening air. Horses are led to their stalls, their coats glistening with rain, while fresh ones are readied for the next leg of the journey. Each horse is tended with care, their hooves inspected, and their harnesses adjusted. The staff knows well the importance of their role, ensuring the seamless continuation of travel along England's winding roads. In the background, the gentle murmur of voices blends with the rhythmic clinks of metal and wood. The stable hands, clad in sturdy wool and leather, work in a synchronized dance. They exchange brief, quiet words, their communication efficient and familiar. The horses, calm and trusting, respond to gentle pats and soft-spoken reassurances. The stable itself is a sanctuary of order, each stall meticulously maintained, each piece of tack hung with precision. This world within a world is crucial, the unsung heart of the coaching inn's operations. Meanwhile, the inn's staff inside ensures the comforts awaiting the weary travelers. The kitchen hums with activity as cooks prepare hearty meals. The aroma of roasting meat and freshly baked bread wafts through the air, promising warmth and sustenance. Serving staff move deftly between tables, balancing trays laden with steaming dishes and frothy mugs of ale. Their movements are fluid, practiced, as they weave through the tap room, attending to the needs of each guest. The staff's attentiveness is subtle, yet unwavering, a testament to the inn's reputation for hospitality. Upstairs, chambermaids prepare the rooms with quiet efficiency. The soft rustle of linens and the gentle clink of porcelain echo in the corridors. Each room is a haven of comfort, with oak-paneled walls and beds dressed in fresh sheets. The flickering glow of candlelight casts a warm, inviting glow, creating a serene retreat for travelers. The staff's attention to detail ensures every space feels like a home away from home. Here, beneath the sturdy beams, guests find respite from the road, their cares momentarily eased by the inn's embrace. The stable hands and inn staff share an unspoken camaraderie, their efforts intertwined in a seamless operation. Each task, though seemingly small, contributes to the larger rhythm of the coaching inn. The stable and staff represent a network of care and diligence, their work essential to the inn's reputation and the traveller's comfort. As the night deepens, the stable quiets, and the staff's duties slowly wind down. A sense of satisfaction settles over the inn. The harmony of their efforts lingers in the air, a quiet testament to the enduring spirit of travel and hospitality. As the evening settles into a gentle rhythm, the stable hands find a moment of reprieve. They gather briefly in a corner of the stable, sharing stories and laughter that drift softly into the night. Their camaraderie is palpable, forged through shared experiences and long hours spent tending to the needs of both horses and travelers. A steaming mug of cider in hand, one might speak of a particularly memorable journey or a favored horse, while others listen with quiet smiles. This brief respite is a cherished ritual, a chance to unwind before the next stagecoach arrives. The stable, though often bustling, offers these small pockets of tranquility, where the echoes of hooves and whispers of the wind are the only intrusions. Within the inn, the kitchen continues its harmonious dance, the clatter of pots and the sizzle of food creating a soothing symphony. The cook, with years of experience etched into his hands, orchestrates this culinary ballet with practiced ease. Ingredients are transformed under his watchful eye. A simple cut of meat becomes a succulent roast, and flour and water combine to create warm, crusty loaves. The kitchen staff, a well-oiled machine, moves seamlessly in concert, each task contributing to the whole. The warmth from the hearth and the savory aromas create an inviting atmosphere, promising comfort to those who enter. In this heart of the inn, sustenance is more than mere necessity. It is an art form crafted with care and dedication. Meanwhile, the serving staff navigates the taproom with a grace born of experience. Their presence is both attentive and unobtrusive, a delicate balance that ensures each guest feels tended to without intrusion. As they glide between tables, the clink of glasses and the low hum of conversation form a gentle backdrop. Guests weary from their travels find solace in the attentive service, their spirits lifted by a warm meal and a kind word. The staff's ability to anticipate needs, to notice a half-empty glass or a missing fork, speaks to their commitment to hospitality. In this space, the simple act of dining becomes a shared experience, a moment of connection amidst the journey. Upstairs, the chambermaids finish their preparations, each room a testament to their meticulous attention. The beds, now neatly made, invite weary travelers to rest, the linens soft and welcoming. A vase of fresh flowers on the mantel adds a touch of home, their delicate scent mingling with the faint aroma of beeswax polish. The chambermaids move quietly, their work a backdrop to the evening's gentle hush. As they complete their tasks, there is a sense of satisfaction in knowing they have contributed to the traveler's comfort. In these quiet moments, the inn transforms from a mere stopping place to a sanctuary, where the cares of the road are momentarily forgotten. Outside, the stable once again becomes a focal point as another stagecoach approaches. The stable hands, refreshed from their brief rest, spring into action with renewed energy. The rhythmic sound of hooves and the creak of leather harnesses fill the air, a familiar symphony of travel. Horses are expertly swapped, their reins handed over with a nod and a word of thanks. This seamless transition is a testament to the hand's skill and dedication, each movement precise and purposeful. As the coach departs into the night, the stable returns to its quiet hum, readying itself for the next arrival. The coaching inn, with its network of dedicated staff and the tireless rhythm of its operations, stands as a beacon of hospitality along England's roads. Each role, from the stable hand to the chambermaid, is a vital thread in this tapestry of care. As the evening draws to a close, a sense of peace envelops the inn, the gentle glow of lanterns casting soft shadows against the walls. The harmony of their efforts lingers, a quiet testament to the enduring spirit of travel and the warmth of a welcoming hearth. Here, within these walls, the weary find rest and the road-weary soul is soothed, cradled by the embrace of a bygone era's hospitality. Part 5. Quiet of the Night. The rain has eased to a gentle patter as the evening gives way to night. The coaching inn, once bustling with the lively exchanges of travellers, now begins to settle into a serene hush. The sounds of clinking glasses and soft laughter from the tap room gradually diminish, leaving behind a comforting stillness. Lanterns flicker softly beneath the wooden beams, casting warm, dancing shadows that play across the walls. Guests, wrapped in the gentle weariness of a day's journey, start to make their way up the creaking stairs to the quiet refuge of their rooms. Each step echoes softly, a reminder of the age and history embedded in the inn's very structure. Upstairs, the oak-panelled rooms offer a cozy retreat from the world outside. The scent of polished wood mingles with the faint aroma of lavender, placed thoughtfully on the pillow to soothe weary travellers. The beds, with their thick woolen blankets, promise warmth and rest. As guests settle in, the sounds of the night take over. The distant hoot of an owl, the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. A soft knock at the door might signal the arrival of a warming pan, filled with glowing coals to chase away the chill. In this quiet sanctuary, the troubles of the road seem to melt away, replaced by the promise of peaceful slumber. In the taproom below, the fire in the hearth burns low, its embers casting a soft orange glow. The room, once filled with conversation and the clatter of dishes, now holds only a few lingering souls. A solitary traveller sits in the corner, engrossed in a well-worn book, the pages turning with a whisper. The innkeeper, a silent guardian of this nighttime world, tidies up with practiced efficiency. The clink of glassware a gentle lullaby in the quiet. The scent of extinguished candles mingles with the lingering aroma of roasted meats, a reminder of the evening's hearty fare. Outside, the stable is a world unto itself, calm yet watchful. The horses, vital companions on the road, rest in their stalls, their gentle snorts and occasional stamps blending into the night's symphony. The stable hands move with practiced care, ensuring the animals are comfortable and ready for the next day's journey. The scent of hay and leather fills the air, grounding and familiar. Here, too, the rhythm of the night takes hold, a quiet assurance that all is well. As the night deepens, the coaching inn stands as a beacon of warmth and refuge along the winding roads. The moonlight bathes the courtyard in a silvery glow, revealing the intricate patterns of cobblestones worn smooth by countless travellers. The inn's sign, gently swaying in the breeze, creaks softly, a timeless witness to the stories and lives that have passed beneath it. In this tranquil moment, the world outside seems to pause, wrapped in the gentle embrace of night. The coaching inn, a place of both departure and arrival, holds its breath, waiting for the dawn and the promise of new journeys. Upstairs, the rooms are enveloped in a serene quietude, each corner softly illuminated by the dim glow of a bedside candle. The gentle rustle of fabric is the only sound as travellers nestle into their beds, the thick woolen blankets a comforting weight against the cool night air. A gentle breeze drifts through a slightly open window, carrying with it the fresh scent of rain-soaked earth and distant fields. The rhythmic ticking of a small clock on the mantelpiece marks the passage of time, a soothing metronome that lulls weary minds toward sleep. As the candle flickers, casting fleeting shadows across the room, a deep sense of peace settles in, wrapping the inn in a cocoon of restfulness. In another part of the inn, the common room lies mostly deserted, the earlier clamour replaced by the soft creaking of wooden beams and the faint crackling of dying embers in the hearth. The innkeeper, moving with quiet purpose, extinguishes the last few candles, their smoky tendrils spiralling upwards before disappearing into the darkened corners. The room holds the remnants of the evening's warmth, the stone floor still radiating the heat of the fire. A solitary cat, a silent sentinel of the night, pads softly across the room, its eyes glinting in the dim light as it curls up on a worn chair. The sense of tranquility is palpable, as if the very walls of the inn breathe a collective sigh of contentment. Outside, the courtyard rests under the watchful gaze of the moon, its silvery light casting delicate patterns on the cobblestones. The gentle drip of water from the eaves provides a soothing rhythm, a lullaby for the night creatures that stir in the shadows. The inn sign sways gently in the breeze, its creaking a familiar song that echoes the passage of countless evenings. In the stable, the horses stand quietly, their steady breaths misting in the cool air, a testament to the day's exertions. The scent of fresh hay mingles with the earthy aroma of leather and wood, creating a comforting blend that speaks of safety and rest. As the hours stretch on, the inn remains a steadfast sanctuary, cradling its guests in a world apart from the restless roads beyond. The quiet of the night deepens, each moment a gentle reminder of the timelessness that envelops this place. The inn's walls, steeped in history, hold stories untold, whispered echoes of travelers long gone. In this peaceful haven, the burdens of the day fade away, replaced by dreams that dance on the edges of consciousness. The inn, a cherished waypoint, stands ready to greet the dawn and the promise of new adventures, its heart beating in rhythm with the eternal cycle of night and day. In the early hours, as the first light of dawn begins to creep across the horizon, a soft glow filters through the windows, heralding the arrival of a new day. The inn stirs gently from its slumber, the peaceful night giving way to the quiet anticipation of morning. Birds begin their tentative songs, their melodies weaving through the crisp air, a gentle wake-up call for the world. The coaching inn, a place of respite and renewal, prepares to welcome the light, its doors ready to open to the travelers of the new day. As the night releases its hold, the inn stands as a timeless witness to the journeys that have been and those yet to come, a beacon of comfort on the winding roads of life. As the evening deepens, the gentle hum of conversation softens to a murmur. The fire in the hearth crackles softly, casting a warm glow that dances across the time-worn beams. The coaching inn, with its quiet corners and flickering lanterns, becomes a sanctuary from the world outside. In this tranquil space, the rhythm of travel finds its pause. The weary travelers, having shared stories and laughter, now retreat to their rooms, where the scent of polished oak and fresh linen awaits. The inn, a steadfast companion on the road, offers a moment of peace, a gentle embrace amid the journey. Outside, the rain has eased, leaving a delicate patter against the window panes. The night air, cool and fresh, whispers through the trees, mingling with the distant echo of a lone owl. Here, beneath the thatched roof, time seems to stretch and soften, inviting rest and reflection. The coaching inn stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of travel, a place where paths converge and stories unfold. As the night deepens, it holds each traveler in a quiet, comforting embrace, a reminder of the simple joys found along the road. And so, beneath the vast, star-lit sky, the inn settles into a gentle slumber. The world outside fades to a soft lullaby, and within these walls a sense of calm prevails. As the lanterns flicker their final glow, the inn whispers a promise of safe passage and restful dreams until the road calls once more.